Okay. You have been talking about the need to roll out the vaccines for children. September is when we saw the approval of Zycov-D, and Covaxin, of course, awaits the nod from the regulator essentially. But the rollout for, the rollout of vaccines for children has not happened yet. Is that frustrating? Why do you think it's important to have these vaccines rolled out for children?
Thank you, Sneha, for having me. I'll make just a couple of very quick points which are purely on published scientific literature. Just to add what the Honorable Doctor my previous panelist has just mentioned, we talk very much of the booster jabs based on the neutralizing antibodies. I want to mention here, in worldwide published studies, 43% to 47% of people respond with the antibodies at a slow, late, or delayed speed. The speed of trajectory at the onset of infection of the immunoglobulins, what we call as antibodies, is critical to contain severe infection. So when we know that this COVID infection is causing almost half the people to have a delayed or a late response, that bluntens your protection with regards to COVID. Point number two, the breadth, what we call as the phenotyping, energy kinetic phenotyping of antibodies is very much different with now the onset of Omicron. This has what we call as super antigens in the ORF receptors, which are the end part of your spike protein. And just today, Sneha, 2 hours back, University of Hong Kong has published a brilliant paper in which it has said that the replication, that means the ability to transmit the infection, is 70 times more in the upper bronchus rather than lungs as compared to Delta. That means it is causing more transmissibility, may not be as lethal chest infection as Delta.
That is something that the WHO has also said. But, Dr. Bagai, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I have to, in fact, bring in the parents here also who are talking about why they want now vaccines to be rolled out for children. We'll also try to get their point of view. But a quick point first, Dr. Bagai, on why vaccines should be rolled out for children. You have spoken about it earlier as well, about the viral load in children being as much as it is in adults, and the other factors that makes this mandatory as well.
Yeah, so just bullet points, why children require vaccination. Please. Yeah, so the children require vaccination not to allow an upsurge of infections or mortality or morbidity to happen. Vaccines are always a preventive modality. Now, when you talk in terms of children, they carry, I've said this earlier, they carry the same viral load as adults. Almost 49.5% of children have asymptomatic or polysymptomatic carrier state. And these children have the same kind of long COVID effects, including in the brain and the heart, about 6 months to 12 months later. There is also studies which have shown unvaccinated children in an otherwise vaccinated household, if there are one child who's unvaccinated in a house, 42% increased risk. 2, 3, 4, it goes up to 78%.
So you mentioned